on, shut up. Didn't I say shut up? Bet that rooster will think twice before crowing tomorrow morning. Coffee's ready, guys. Let's start the show. Good morning, everybody. It's Hump Day. Did you kiss the camel on the way in? Come on, pucker up. Show the camel a little love on this Valentine's weekend. How is everybody this morning? Good morning, Sage. Mr. Prism, good morning. How are you? Hello, Cynthia. And there's Roger. Good morning, good morning. And all those that are lurking, good morning to you as well. How is everybody today? It's actually warm today, guys. It's in the 30s. Woohoo! Let's all get excited. But it's snowing. So, I mean, yeah, pucker up, buttercup. Yeah. Kiss, kiss. Show some love. Good morning, Pomp. There's Leanne. Good morning. Good morning. She's here. She's here. Got to show a little camel love. Oh, boy. Starting with connection issues already. I'm telling you. All right. I think it's fine now. Jesus. Just start and it's already going to get all monked up. So how is everybody this fine Wednesday? Yes, see, we traded the freezing cold weather for snow. Well, you know what? I'll take the snow. To be honest, it's the freezing cold I can't stand. The snow you can, work around. So is everybody surviving this week? We're midweek. It seems like, we're always saying that, aren't we? I don't know. Same shit, different day, right, guys? Just closer to Friday. Another day closer to spring. So how's everybody this morning? Everybody ready to rock and roll, or is everybody still snuggling up and sleepy? I know I'm struggling a little bit this morning. I got on here early, did some stuff, and so I caught myself drifting off to sleep. I was like, oh shit, no, I can't do that. So kind of had to, slap my face, get myself woke up. Let's see, Sage 3-month marathon shopping yesterday. That coffee crawl really will be today. Oh, wow, shopping. 3-month shopping marathon. But yeah, see, you got to do it that way. So I would dread that completely. I'd be like, oh God, not again. It's been 3 months. Don't say anything important. I have to. Okay. We'll just sit here quiet. Shh, quiet. We'll wait for Leanne to come back. Oh, Roger got his new glasses. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. How's it working out? Seeing that, you're adjusting to them. Is it making your eyeballs go squirrely? I know when I used to have to get new glasses. It's like, oh, man. Good morning, Liz. Morning, Laura. Up early working on my game server, running some tests right now. So I'll be lurking. Okay, lurk away, lurk away. Yeah, 200-mile round trip. Oh, my God. Wow. That's just, I would dread that. But, you got to do what you got to do, right? Let's see, Leanne says, I think it's morning. I'm not sure what day it is. I know, like, Leanne was like on an all-night bender there with Jimmy. God love you. I get so relaxed when Jimmy's talking. He makes me fall asleep. So I couldn't imagine being up all night when he was creating. Oh my goodness. And then after that, you just passed out, right? Because I didn't see you for like the rest of the day. Pretty good, actually. Everything is a lot clearer, and I'm not craning my neck to look at the screen now. Oh, wonderful, Roger. That's wonderful. That's a bonus. I remember last time I had prescription glasses. They messed them all up. They never worked right. And how many times I went back and they tried to fix it. I just don't think they knew what the hell they were doing. And that was it was a Walmart eye place. Their eye center or whatever the hell you want to call it. They never got it right. So I just said screw it and I didn't go back. So I just used the cheaters. They work better than the glasses that they prescribed for me. I could see with them, but things weren't like clear like they should be, and something was wrong. The prescription was wrong. So I'm going to do some music with Jimmy. He sent me the file. Nice, Mr. Prism. Yeah, what he's putting together is really nice. I didn't get a chance to pop in yesterday. I know he went on yesterday for a while. I had too much going on, and then my son come to pay me a visit, which I loved. I love it when he comes because him and his girl, they were joking. They had a bit of a tiff. And she says, well, you could just move back home with your mom and dad. And then she made a joke. She says, but she's seen the studio. She goes, there's no room. I said, well, that's okay. I'll empty out the studio. He could have his room back. But you know how that goes. Once you finally move out of your parents' home, the last thing you want to do is move back because it just sucks. It just does. We did that when we moved out to Missouri, and we were out there for a year. And then when we come back to New York, we moved back in with my parents until we found a place to live. And I couldn't wait to get out. I got the same frame style as my old ones, so they sit just right on me. Oh, that's great, Roger. Great. Well, they knew what they were doing. They got you all hooked up and you're ready to rock and roll. Don't, well, I would say around here, don't go to the Walmart Eye Center. Of course, it might have improved since I had it done. But I was just so disgusted. You spend the money and they did it, and the glasses just never worked right. Just popped in to give an update. The video this week will be late if I get it out. Still planning to go live on Thursday. Maybe. I got a call from my Papa is going into hospital. Oh, so sorry to hear that, Cynthia. I agree with you. F cancer. It's just, that is the true evil in the world. And my heart hurts for you, honey. I'm so sorry. All we could do is pray that it's, there's no pain, and it's peaceful. That's just horrible. That runs rampant in my husband's side of the family. If there's a cancer, you name it, they've got it in his line. And so I'm on him and my son all the time. Go to get checked, be checked all the time. Because, we lost both of my husband's sisters to it. My father-in-law, his mother had a touch of it. And you go down the family line, and that's pretty much everybody on his side of the family had some form of cancer. And it's just awful. So our prayers and thoughts are with you, sweetie. Sage is doing that work thing. Oh my goodness. The work thing. She's such a good girl. So you're still in a coma there, Leanne, or did you refresh yourself with an all-day nap? I know that's what I would have done. Being up all night. Of course, I was up at 3 this morning, and I'm like, nah, I'm not staying awake. God. And so I dozed off again for a little while, and then I was up again 4:30. So I said, the hell with it. But now I'm starting to drift. So I'm like, no, got to do a show. I don't think you guys you want to pop in and hear me snoring. A horrible fact, but I think everyone knows somebody that has been affected by. Yeah, everybody has. Some people have it more than others in their family line. I was just, when I seen that, going through the history of my husband's family, I'm thinking, my God, if there's a cancer, you name it, somebody in their family's had it. I did sleep all day. I was up till, yeah, I figured as much because I didn't see anywhere else. I figured, yeah, she's out for the count. You might have passed out right after that last message I sent you. You didn't respond, so I said, "Yeah, she's goner." Good morning, Sarah B. How are you? So yeah, today's warmer, which is so wonderful. I'm not freezing to death. And of course, it is shopping day for my dad, so I've got to go down and watch Mom right after the show, which is all right. I'll go downstairs. I'll make her some Chinese food for lunch. But yeah, it is a beautiful 31 degrees, snow, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm gone for a bit. Gotta go somewhere. Be right back. Okay, we'll be here, hopefully. But full schedule today, and then I'm thinking about making homemade pizza for dinner. Or not thinking I'm going to. I just got to decide what I'm going to throw on it. Figured what the heck, good day for it. That's all I've been doing is cooking, making like hot meals, trying to figure out reasons to turn the oven on just to warm up the frigid house. And so today, yeah, we're gonna crank up the oven and make some pizzas. Of course, pepperoni is going to be a given because everybody loves pepperoni. Of course, my husband eat that. It's 29 here this morning. Warmed up to see, we're all on the rise. All right. Soon I'll be bitching. Oh, it's 110. I'm dying. Where's the ice packs? So yeah, we're never satisfied. It's from one extreme to another. I'm good with like a nice 75, Hey, there's Miss Steph. Good morning. Working from alert work, major leak, and again the door was frozen so hard. So I had a hard time getting into work. New England sucks icy balls. Oh my God. You guys are frozen there. Oh no. Steph's got to get out. You got to get out, Steph. I know, but then where do you go, right? So what's your go-to homemade pizza, Laura? Well, like I said, pepperoni, or we make I do different because my father and I like mushrooms and stuff like that. So my husband's just pepperoni or garlic. He loves garlic. But I like to put on mushrooms, onions, and pepperoni. But I'll do sausage and mushroom. And Alessio's not in here. I do love a Hawaiian pizza. Something about the pineapple gives such nice flavor to the pizza. But don't tell Alessio that. He'll put me on the naughty list. I pretty much will have, I don't know, I'll try any pizza except for I don't like anchovies. So I won't do that. But yeah, I'm very flexible with everything. So I'm not a very picky person, and I usually try everything at least once, mostly everything. I mean, if it doesn't look pleasing, then I won't eat it. I've got this one friend, she's Dominican, and I don't know, I don't even remember the name of this stuff. But pretty much what it is it's intestines and something else that they mix together. I don't know what they call it, but it's gray, man. I don't eat gray food. And of course, she's the young lady I told you that's blind. And I just come around. I told her, I says, Jackie, if you seen this, you would need it. Oh no, it's delicious. I believe you 100%, but I am not eating that. Pompegrees, yeah, pineapples. Yeah, I like pineapple on there. Well, I have family and close friends, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Tennessee. So those are options. And another cousin lives in Georgia. Ah, there you go. There you go. Check those out, Steph. Not being able to open the door would be my sign that work was closed. Yeah, man. Right. Whoop, I can't get out of the house. No, that's not haggis. I wouldn't eat that either. I've seen that. I'm like, oh God, no, no, no. I don't know. I forgot what she calls it, but because she was bragging on it one time, we're at her house. She goes, "Oh, you guys got to have some. I've got it." And took it out of the fridge. I opened the container. I go, "Oh, no way. I'm not eating that." I says, "But if you like it, more power to you. You enjoy." I says, "But no, if it gray and just it." Now, me, if I would have seen that in I would have threw it out. I would have thought it was bad. Usually, if it's gray and nasty looking, it's time for the garbage. Nope, not tripe. I know what tripe is. I won't eat that either. My grandmother used to make oh God. She used to make a Polish soup that has tripe in it. And I would eat the soup, but I would pick the tripe out. I don't do tripe. Tripe or menudo. Oh God, I'm not sure. I'd have to ask her again, but it's just gray. So if you've seen it and if you guys like it, more power to you. But maybe if my eyes were closed and I couldn't see and I ate it, it would probably be wonderful. But yeah. Ugh. So I break her balls and I tell her, it says, "You eat Dookie Tube." She laughs. She thinks that's hilarious. But I was like, Jackie eats Dookie Tube. And then she's explaining the process on how they make it. You wash the intestines out and make sure they're flushed out, which I hope. And then all the stuff that goes in, I'm thinking, no matter what you tell me, I am not eating that. Excuse me. Same thing with squid or, I won't eat that. I always tell everybody that's the bait you put on the hook to catch your dinner. That's just, but people love it, Oh, hey, calamari. No, it's okay. It's a texture thing. I have a lot of issue with texture things when it comes to food. Like with shrimp, and I won't eat shrimp. It's a texture thing. Lobster, same thing. But I'll eat crab. See, it's totally different texture. It's yeah. Ugh. Total gag reflex. So yeah, I won't touch any of that stuff. But otherwise, I'm game because I've always told my son that when he was growing up. You try it. If you don't like it, you spit it out. At least he said, "Okay, I've tried it, but I don't like it." That's it. I think, Leanne. Mundungo, is that how you say it? I think that's it. The one thing I really don't like, there are only a few things that I don't care for. Good morning, Pinky. How are you this morning? I think that's it, Leanne. Mundungo. And it's just, it's just a bowl of gray, slippery looking stuff. Yeah, it was just, oh God. And of course, she likes the blood sausage and stuff like that too. But I mean, that's what she was raised on. So I understand that. If I was raised on that too, it'd probably be my favorite. But yeah, I won't eat that either. And she always swears she's going to get my husband to eat it. And I says, yeah, my husband's the biggest man on the planet. There's no way he's going to eat any of that. It's a Dominican Caribbean soup. Yeah, it's just I'm thinking that's might be what it is. I don't know. All I know, it was just a bowl of gray noodly looking stuff. It was foul. So, but I'm sure to them it's because she says it's delicious. I said, okay, I'll believe you, but I'm not eating it. I just can't do it. Same thing with tripe. The tripe soup that my grandmother made was delicious. I just wouldn't eat the tripe. I don't like the texture of it. Um, Same thing like with spam. My mother-in-law used to put spam in all kinds of stuff. And I would pick it out. I don't, and I know it's only processed ham. I just don't like the flavor of it. I don't, yeah. Let's see. I'm with you, Laura. My biggest problem with some foods is texture. Yeah, it is. It's a texture thing. But it also has to look good, you know? You eat with your eyes first before, it hits your palate. And if it's not aesthetically pleasing, yeah, no. I see a lot of things that people eat and they're like, "Oh, this is," I'm like, "Okay, I'm glad you think that. I'm not eating that." But you enjoy, I don't. If it looks funky, I'm not touching it. Like my son used to love clams. Well, ugh. I might eat the little fried clams, little tiny ones. Okay, I can deal with that, but my son used to eat them steamed and stuff. He used to love them. And I would just be gagging away, like, "Oh, go ahead, you enjoy it. I'm not gonna, tell you not to eat it." But then there's other things that I love that she makes. Oh God, what are the little meat pies? God, I forgot the name of those because I haven't made them in a long time. I've made them a few times and they're fantastic. Think I can remember them? No. And then, of course, for the longest time, I couldn't get anybody to make them for me, so I looked it up and made them myself. You guys know what I'm talking about. Those little meat. They have like meat, and potatoes, and cheese, and you deep fry them. I've had them baked. I don't like them baked. I like them fried better. But I can't think of what the hell they're called. What are they called, Leanne? What are they? Those I love. Actually, now I'm talking about it. I'm gonna have to go get the shells in the store and and the cheese and go and make them. Which actually is kind of funny. My husband actually likes them, and he doesn't like nothing. Okay, Roger, go do those updates. I can do fried clams. I can do calamari, but I don't like oysters. Yeah, I can't do the calamari, and I just can't do it. Oysters, none of that stuff. I can't do any of it. No, it's not a pastry. It's a meat, like a meat turnover. Um, and it's Hispanic origin. Puerto Rican, Dominicans, they all make these. Why I can't think of the name of them. I first had them long time ago when I still lived at home with my parents, and we had a Puerto Rican family across the street. And, oh boy, she could cook. Man, the woman could cook. And no, not manicotti. It's and it's they're round. I don't like food that looks at me. Yeah, me neither. That's why I stay from squid and stuff. You see them in the store, and they used to have it in a box, and they always had it packaged where the eyeball was looking out the little window. Yeah, used to creep me out as a kid. But they're little meat pies. It's a round pastry type shell. Nope, not calzones. No, because this is not. It's not Italian. It's Hispanic. And they're oh my god, I can't remember the name of them. That's just awful. Freaking brain dead. But you could put in like, potatoes and meat and cheese. You could put anything you want in them. But I think the standard like recipe had the potatoes and the meat and oh god, you have to get the Puerto Rican cheese, which pretty much empanadas. Thank you. Oh my god, Sage saved the day. Empanadas. I love empanadas. Excuse me. Good Lord. When the brain shuts off, it shuts off. Yeah, but I love empanadas. And I tried them both ways. I did them fried, which I love them that way, and I did them baked. I wasn't too thrilled about them baked. They just don't have the same flavor. Some stuff you just gotta fry, And my sister's also got a friend who's Dominican, and she won't make them because she don't like to fry stuff because she says it smells up her house. I was like, okay. That's what, cleaning, air freshener, open the windows does. It gets rid of the fried smell. But yeah, empanadas is what it is. So, oh my God, they're so good. And, I don't mind making them, but I rather have somebody that, is from that ethnic background because they know what they're doing and they're so good. And I was hooked ever since that day, as a teenager, and that woman would bring them over, and I'm like, yes. It's just like same thing, like Spanish rice. The best Spanish rice I've ever had in my life. I went to school with a girl, and her family was Puerto Rican, and her mother made the best Spanish rice ever. Excuse me. And you wouldn't think it would be a big deal, but it is. It is a big deal. When somebody knows how to make something, I just love it. My husband won't eat any of that. So we miss out on a lot of good stuff. I've never had one of those. Oh, yeah, empanadas are good, Pinky. And all it is just a meat pie. I mean, like a turnover. But you've got to have the right seasonings, So I had to, I had to go to, and it's great because the stores here, we have all of the different ethnic seasonings. So you can get all of this stuff. And it's all Goya products. So you get all of the stuff that you need to season up that meat and all of those veggies, and you put it in that pastry dough. You clamp it down, with a fork like you would like an apple turnover. And then, you fry them. Oh, God. So good. And actually, my husband eats them. He likes them. He doesn't like the cheese I use because I use the Puerto Rican cheese. But I think it tastes like mozzarella to me. But he says no. But I says, too bad. I'm using what they say to use because you don't get the same flavor. And that's what I'm looking for. They are. I make savory and dessert ones. Yeah, there you go. So, oh my God, they're so good. So you have those and a nice pile of rice, and oh my God. That's dinner for me. But yeah, you've heard me bitch about before. My husband, very dull palate, very dull. And and here, like I said, we have any kind of restaurant you think of. We have a Jamaican restaurant. I want to hit that up, but he won't go there because I want to try that, some Jamaican food. It all looks so good. That's what it is. Like I said, you eat with your eyes first, so you see that and thinking, oh, damn, I got to get me some of that. And then, okay, it might look great. It might taste like shit. We don't know. But at least, it tempts you to try it. Yes, please. Smack that button. Show the love. You guys have always you shown so much love over the last few days. It's been just wonderful. My headache finally went away, and I know it was because of stress. Still stressing a little bit, but it's a lot less than it was, and it's all because you guys. You guys are just the best. My stepdad was that, but I have slowly introduced him into some different things, and he has loved them so far. Yeah, see, that's my mother-in-law. She couldn't cook, and I'm not kidding. She boiled everything, and it was my husband. And that's what they grew up on, that kind of stuff. So he always makes the joke when he started dating me, and we fed him. That was it. He hasn't left since then. He tells everybody, I didn't know what food was until I met my wife. I mean, his mother would boil pork chops and then fry them. So they must have been drier than a cat's ass. I'm telling you. Awful. And, the gravy that they would make, it was, they would use, of course, you use flour, but I mean, it was just a white gravy. It was flour. It was just awful because that's what tasted like flour. They just didn't cook it right. And but you're polite. Oh, this is nice. My stepdad's mom was like that, boiled everything to my, yes. Like I seen her boil a roast once. I'm thinking, what are you doing? I'm thinking to myself, oh my God. Even back then I knew that wasn't right. Thank goodness for microwaves, right? I don't, my microwave is used for defrosting. That's it. Or warming stuff up. Hey, it's Big Stu. How's Big Stu doing? How you doing, Ace? Welcome in. Hi all. I can't see the chat for some reason, but I'm listening. Okay. So I just read it out. I didn't even put it on the screen. Let me, kabam. Is it going to work? Yes, it's working. How is Stu today? I hope you're well. So yeah, that kind of freaked me out when I saw her boiling a roast. I'm thinking, oh man, you're destroying that. But that's how they ate. I was very lucky. I grew up in a family of very, very good cooks on both sides. Ace, serving up the coffee. Thank you very much. It's warming up here, Ace. What do you guys got? We're 31 this morning. How is it in PA? I mean, he's only like next door. Sick as heck, but it could always be worse. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you'll be better soon. Sending kisses and hugs your way, Big Stu. Boiled dinner is a British thing, I think. A New England boiled dinner is, yeah, we've had that. That's great. It's ham and cabbage and potatoes, carrots. A roast beef. She would boil a roast beef, Leanne. Sounds like she needed cook. Yeah. Well, her mother didn't know how to cook. My husband's grandmother was an awesome baker, but as far as cooking, no, they were never taught. And so they did the best that they could, and not for nothing, learn, you know? Sage said he didn't like vegetables, and I introduced him to stir fry. Where they are cooked, not cooked too much. Yeah, you got that little al dente going on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do beef and broccoli stir fry for lunch. But my mother-in-law used to make New England boiled dinner, and it was wonderful because you really can't screw that up. You're just boiling it all. But when she had this thing about pork, so she boiled that and then she'd fry it. So it was dry and overcooked. Like me, when I'm cooking, I go with, with the, internal temperature is supposed to be so that that the meat is just cooked and not overdone. So, you don't end up with dried out chicken or pork or whatever. It's done perfectly, and I had a niece that would say, "Oh, I don't know how to do this or do that." And I said, "Yes, you do. It's called the internet. Get on there, watch some cooking programs. You had Food Network at that time. You know, there's no reason not to learn." Excuse me. And now she's a wonderful cook. I mean, it would have been easier if she was here and I could have taught her personally, but she lives in Alabama. Too far to go to show her how to cook. So, you learn. And now she makes stuff that I don't even make. So, it's great. Oh, beautiful day, sunny. Yeah, get out there, soak up that vitamin D. It's not sunny here. It's snowing, but at least it's warm. I'll take it. And I say that because a lot of people say that. My son's girlfriend, she's not the greatest cook in the world, but she's willing to learn. And I tell her, if you just watch videos and you read and understand the recipe and follow it, you should have no problems. It's not going to be perfect every time, but that's how, you learn. With all this food talk, I'm going to have to open up a can of ravioli. Oh, yeah. Sorry, we're making her hungry. Now, see, it's the one thing I haven't made myself. It's homemade raviolis. I don't have the crimping tool, but I will do it eventually because I've got the pasta machine. One of the best ways I found out to cook a roast, I take the Dutch oven on the stove, get it hot, a little oil in the bottom, put the roast in frozen, sear on all sides, and then bake. Oh, yes, yes. Exactly, Sage. No sunrise yet. They're working on it. Yes, that's why I love cast iron. I use cast iron Dutch oven, and I do the same. Yep, sear the meat, and then you put in all your seasonings, and you put it in the oven. Oh my, it's just I know all this. I'm getting hungry myself, so but we got a way to go yet. And that's what I always tell everybody. You've got to have more than one set of pans because certain pans are for certain food. And yeah, meat, steak, cast iron. If you can't cook it out on the grill, then it's cast iron all the way. I use cast iron almost every day. So, and then you've got to have a good stainless steel. See, I have 3 different sets. I've got cast iron. I've got a hard anodized set, and I have a stainless steel set. So different foods, different pans. My wife isn't a big fan of the Dutch oven. Oh, yeah, I know how she feels. Really, oh my God, it's been years. I remember that when I was maybe 25 years old. I think I never ate that again. Oh, you don't like raviolis? We were just talking about empanadas. Ace. Does your family make them homemade? And how do they make them? I always love to know what people put in them. Every family does it different. They put in different stuff in them. Same thing like when you make brajol. I love that too. And everybody puts everything different in it. Big stew. I was thinking that I have done that to my husband a few times. Oh, Pinky. Good night, honey. I use cast iron skillets, Dutch oven, and some old Revereware. Yeah, good stuff. And one of my big things is any set, it's a must in my house, anyway, for me. If you can't put your pan, you got your skillet, you're starting off your meal on the stove, and then you transfer it to the oven to finish it off up to 500 degrees, I won't buy the pan. It's got to be able to go from stove to oven. And a lot of sets that they have out today, it doesn't have that. You got to switch. No, if it's a good pan, it goes from stove to oven. We just picked up an overpriced set of hex-clad cookware. Fingers crossed. Let us know. Yeah, I know there's some out there that are just, holy shit, so expensive. But that is like a lifetime set, so it's an investment. Oh, I love raviolis too. Actually, my favorites are mushroom raviolis. Which someday I'll make my own, but I've never gotten to it. I like to make the homemade pasta. It just tastes so much better. And I know there's a lot of times where you don't have time to do that, but if I've got the extra energy, I'll do a homemade pasta. But yeah, Sage, cast iron, especially on a wood stove, oh, that's some serious cooking. You get one hell of a sear on a steak on that bad boy. What is the name of the canned chef? I don't remember. Chef Boyardee? Is that who you're talking about, Ace? Ace can't do Chef Boyardee. It's okay. And see, that's another thing that people don't realize, that don't cook. Um, you've got to know how to use the tool. Your pans are tools. It's cast iron. You let it heat up to its temperature, and then you turn it down and let the pan do the cooking. Where a lot of people don't, everything is on high, and they burn the shit out of the food, burn the shit out of the pans. So it's, there's a lot that goes into it, and people just don't realize. I love fresh pasta so much nicer than the dry stuff. Yeah, it is. It tastes better. I love mushrooms, but my mom is allergic, so we keep them out of the house. It is surprising how many things include mushrooms or mushroom powder. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so you got to be careful. So I know you're saying you have a stash hidden away for yourself. That's all right. You sneak it in your dish. Yeah, Chef Boyardee. I'm eating it now. Uh, I only like the ravioli. Yeah, I do. I like those too, Leanne. She's eating it now. Okay, have a bite for us. Yeah, Ace don't like Chef Boyardee. It's good in a pinch. It is. When you don't have time to make your own, or you don't have any frozen on hand. And the frozen ones really aren't that good. Depends. I forget. It's not it might be Goya brand. There's a little round raviolis. I forget the company. But I make a ravioli soup, which is awesome. If you like a little spicy soup, it's got hot sausage in it, and the raviolis and green beans. It's a really simple soup, but it is so delicious. My mom taught us cooking using, yeah, that's the way to go, cooking with a cast iron. It is a process. And if you don't know what you're doing, yeah, you're going to just burn stuff up. So yeah, I taught my son how to do that. My son and husband are both allergic to seafood. Oh, yeah, see, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. It's been years I don't eat that. Sorry. That's okay, Ace. You had a bad experience. We get it. We get it. Everybody's had their own kind of food horror story. Well, mine was actually one of my horror stories was, yeah, it was eating shrimp. I used to eat shrimp as a kid like crazy. My mother made breaded shrimp. I loved it. And then one day I was eating it and I pulled the breading off and I saw what I was eating and it creeped me out. And then after that, it was a texture thing. So now I can't touch shrimp. And I tried all kinds of ways of eating it and I just put it in my mouth and I started gagging. So I like, yeah, I just can't get past it. I'd miss Laura's live if I went to cook something. Oh, well, I thank you for your sacrifice, Leanne. Good morning, Tim. How are you? I hope you're well today. We're talking about cooking. Those are some of my just favorite memories growing up, just watching my grandmothers cook. I used to love sit and watch their hands and mix the food and yeah, grandmas always just mix with their hands and all that and never measured anything. That's the thing. And I know most of you guys are probably the same thing. You grow up, you, grandmas and moms didn't measure. I don't measure. So when people ask me for a recipe, I'm like, oh shit, I got to figure it out. You know what it looks like. You know what it tastes like. You know it's right. We don't measure. We just throw it in. Ace says, I love seafood, my number one. Good for you. It's good for you. I just, I like white fish, like, haddock and perch and stuff. I'll eat all that. Salmon, I'm not a big fan. Of course, I can say that the last time I made salmon for my husband, I found a recipe online and I did that, and it actually tasted pretty good. So that's a plus for me because, I've tried swordfish and all of that, and I just can't get past it. My grandma, great grandma, and great aunts all ran restaurants. Yeah, see, that's the bonus. See, my dad ran a restaurant. My grandmother did too. Um, my father was the chef in the army. So it's yeah, they all have the cooking background. He uses a pinch, a handful, a dash. That's right, and you know it's right. You put it in there, you look, oh yeah, that's it, or you taste it. Yep, it's good. Okay, Roger. That's the problem with updates on the computer. That's why I always have mine set for to do it at nighttime when I'm not online. Because that takes me off when I'm in the middle of working on something and got to update and then it does it and I'm like, oh god, and it screws everything up. So it's a big pain in the cheeks. So yeah, we're lucky. We're lucky, if you grow up and you got grandmas and aunts and all of that know how to cook, and that's how you're spoiled. You might not have all the the material things in life, but you could sit down and have a damn good meal. And I'm simple like that. Just a good bowl of soup. Last night I made homemade cream of mushroom soup for me and my dad, and it was so good. And it's so easy to make. And there's a lot of people that don't consider soup a meal, but I do. Especially when it's like, 12 below zero. Nothing like a good bowl of soup or a good bowl of chili. I've been thinking about doing chili too. I got to go to the store and pick up a couple of things. I might do that this weekend. Oh, how's Miss Laura? Hope things are going a little better. A little bit better. Thanks to all of you guys. Yes, Tim. Thank you. I just still a little I had a stress headache all day yesterday, but thank God that went away. And Still a little, I don't know, little jittery. There's still things that need to be sorted out, but it's good. Thank you for asking. Recipe lore for the cream of mushroom soup, Miss Leanne. I could post that in the Discord. Hey, guys, I figured out the Discord with the help of Sarah and Dave. And I brought Mr. Prism on board because, it took me a little bit, but I figured it out. But if that's what you want, the cream of mushroom soup recipe, I can post that. Pinky loves making burritos. Oh, I do too. I like burritos. I like tacos. I like, my husband doesn't eat any of that stuff. So when I'm making burritos and stuff like that, I got to make him like a hamburger. Of course, my husband doesn't like rice, which cracks me up because my husband is actually attracted to Asian women. I said, well, you would have been screwed because they live on rice. Even though Lebanese women, we all eat a lot of rice too, but not as much as Asian women. I said, so you would have been screwed because you wouldn't have been able to eat. Tacos. Yeah, I love a good taco. Tacos and burritos. I'm thinking I'm going to make tacos later this afternoon. Oh, there we go. We're all going to Ace's taco time at Ace's house. Oh, thanks for posting that, Pinky. Yeah, the Discord. I figured it out. Oh, and thanks for posting the merch link too, Pinky. If you guys didn't hear, Sage come up with a great picture. So the coffee hag stuff is in the merch shop. So if you want to coffee hag stuff, she's in there waiting for everybody. I can't figure out Discord. I can't seem to subscribe to anyone beyond Bristol. Ah, okay. I'll see if I can find you and I'll add you on. Otherwise, if you can't get it that way, I could just send it to you. Not a big deal. Yeah, it's like the easiest mushroom soup recipe ever. And it's so good. Bloody Microsoft. I did a big update and decided that it was monitor driver is better than mine. No, it isn't. My manufacturer driver is better as loads the correct color profile. Oh no. See, that's it. I know. Sorry, Tim. I know. I haven't eaten anything yet either. We're making Tim hungry. I won't do lunch until after the show. I'll go down because I got to watch Mom. So I'll be making her some Chinese food. I've got to use the stuff up, so I'll make some beef and broccoli with rice. And my husband will just probably make a sandwich. I just can't, I always tell him, God, just his, like I said, hey, you're having just a very bland palate. It's so boring. I said, you miss out on some of the greatest food out there. And he just refuses. So I said, well, your loss. That's one of the fun things when he's not home. It's like, yes, I can make what I want. Oh, you want some, Tim? Okay, I'll send it your way. I love a good beef and broccoli. I love Chinese food too. Chicken and broccoli. Actually, it was a few days ago. We had, or no, it was like last week or something like that. We had, I get the lo mein, the roast pork lo mein. That's just right enough for me right there. I still yet to try tacos. Roger, you've never had tacos? Oh my. Do me a favor. Don't go to Taco Bell. Okay? Get the ingredients, make them at home. You will be so much happier. Taco Bell is okay, but yeah, making the tacos at home, fresh, you put in there what you want. Just, yeah. Yesterday, my neighbor brought me over a homemade giant chocolate chip cookie because I helped with his internet. Oh, lucky you. Oh, that's another thing I got to post because I did put in a Discord, a recipe section. I posted Sage's recipe and the 2 cookie recipes that I put out in the magazine. But I'm going to also add the chocolate chip one because that chocolate chip one is awesome. I love chicken and broccoli. That is my meal every Friday night. Oh, it's my favorite too, Tim. Chicken and broccoli. I love it. And I also like, the bean sprouts and bamboo shoot. I love all of that stuff. It's so good. Hello, graduate. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. But yes, don't ruin it. If you're going to do your first time eating a taco, either go to a a restaurant that's authentic. No, don't do Taco Bell. A lot of people like Taco Bell. I think Taco Bell's a ripoff. You're paying a few dollars, you get this lousy little taco with a tiny bit of meat and some cheese. I mean, come on. I load my tacos up. Yeah, see? They're not even a snack, Tim. They're just my son will grab them at lunchtime. I go, why? Tell me you want those for lunch. I'll make them. You come over. Yeah, you got to make your own tacos. But Taco Bell is hot around here. I'll tell you, and it's open late, Taco Bell around here. I mean, midnight, you get the line going out to the road. People, it must be after they get done at the bar, they go and hit Taco Bell, which is fine. It's fine. But if you want, your first experience should be either, go to a really good Mexican restaurant, or, if you've got like Mexican or Puerto Rican or whatever neighbors, go over there. They'll make you a damn good taco or burrito. Don't, or just do it at home. It's always best when you get an old grandma making you making you authentic food. Uh, who does the tech call when their laptop doesn't work? Nobody. You just shut her down. Wiz says, I used to love chili cheese burritos, but they don't have them anymore, at least not where I am. So you just make them yourself, Wiz. We have an awesome Mexican restaurant here. Did I say how I said that? Oh my God. Mexican restaurant here. And they are doing this giveaway thing. You get passport with all these different margaritas, and you get your passport stamped for each. Nice, nice. Actually, last year we had a Mexican restaurant just open up actually around the corner from me. So I gotta sneak over there and get some. Because my husband won't eat it. It's more for me. Hello, hello, Sir Wayne. Sugar Daddy's in the house. Taco or burrito sounds good to me. Hi, Laura. Yeah, see, we're getting everybody all amped up for. We're all gonna invade Ace's. Ace's making tacos, so we're all gonna have to invade his house. Roger, I was thinking more lines of Hammer. I don't think my boss would like that. Sometimes you have to just, pull the hammer out and smack it. Like when everybody used to try to fix their TVs and they would just slap it on the side. I haven't been well. Spent the day yesterday at the hospital, but I'm okay. The news could have been worse. At least it's something I can work on. Oh my goodness, graduate. Well, yes, but thank God you're home and it's nothing really bad. Hopefully it'll all be good soon. Old Vietnamese saying never eat in a restaurant located next to the pound. That's the truth, Roger. That is the truth. We have a Chinese restaurant that's over in the West End, and they opened up. It was a couple years ago. Opened up new. I go, oh, I want to, maybe try them, and I didn't. And thank God I didn't, because after that they got busted by the health department. They found dogs hanging in their freezer, and I would have threw up for the rest of my life if I ate that food. Big trouble. They got caught. See, they don't realize that here you don't do that. You don't do that here. Love tacos and burritos. Usually make them at home, but the next town over has a good place that sells it. Yeah, it's always better to make them at home or have an authentic, like I said, Mexican or Puerto Rican restaurant. We had a Dominican restaurant, but unfortunately, I didn't get to try it before they were closed, because one of the ladies that was part owner got herself into a bit of trouble, and the sister couldn't run it on her own, so she shut it down, which I was kind of ticked because I really wanted to try the food. Can't use my left arm so well. Oh, arm well, so I have taken time off my channels. Oh, okay. What's going on there? Is it an arthritis thing? Is it hopefully something that's not going to affect you too bad, or it'll get better really quick? Hey, Face, need the address on my way from work to pick up a couple of tacos. That's it. You got orders, Ace. What's Ace put on his taco? I chop up everything and throw it on there. Mr. Prism, can you can win like platters of food and meals, but also get glasses of cool stuff. Glasses and cool stuff, beach stuff, and they're giving away 2 trips to Santa's. Wow. That's an amazing. We're all going there to eat. They're giving all kinds of stuff away. Yeah, Ace, I do. I throw everything on the taco. Chop it up, throw it on. Good morning, Betty. How are you? Tacos for everyone. Yeah. I'll probably be making those probably this weekend. Well, for myself. My husband's not going to touch them, but well, his loss. I'll have to make a little rice too, a little Spanish rice, because I like to put Spanish rice on my tacos. A lot of people don't do that, but I do. I like to put them on there. Oh, glad to hear it. Has it warmed up in your area, Betty? We're having a heat wave, 31. Everyone to the pool. Bill's probably lurking. Bill likes tacos too, but he bitches because he says you got to get up, you got to go back to the stove, you got to go back to the table, you got to back and forth. I go back and forth. I said I chop everything up on a giant cutting board, put it in the center of the table with the bowl of meat. And I says, and all the fixings and all that. I go, it's right there in the middle. You just sit there and you throw it together and wolf it down, and then you can do the next one. All right, Laura. I'm like, give me another passport to fill up. Yeah. That's awesome. We used to have a restaurant here, and it was here for years, and they claimed to be an authentic. I don't like rice with tacos or burritos. Oh, really, Ace? Oh, I do. It's good. They claimed for years they were an authentic Mexican restaurant, but it was the only one back in the day that we had. And my aunt came from Arizona for a visit, and she wanted to take us all out from Mexican food because she loves Mexican food. I mean, where she lives in Arizona, she only takes a day trip. She goes to Mexico and gets Mexican food. I mean, so they brought all this stuff up, put it on the table, and my aunt, she eating it. She goes, "Oh, this is terrible. This isn't real Mexican food." I says, "Well, not for nothing. That's what we got." And that was years ago. Now, like I said, there's a new place that just opened up. I think they call it the Mexicana or something. I don't know. I have to check it out. See who's running it. See what they got there. See if it's authentic. But that was so funny. And the server at the restaurant's looking at my aunt. She goes, "Look at that. And, like the guacamole, she was bitching about that. She goes, "This is terrible." 47 right now, but supposed to be 50. Oh, Betty's got a heat wave. I'm more of a burrito man, less messy. Oh, yep, because you can just roll it up. But yeah, messy's fun. You eat it, it's dripping all over your hand, all over your plate, all over your face. It's like eating ribs. It's not good unless you got barbecue sauce all over your face. All the fur babies getting some love, huh? There, Pinky. I had to close the door because Athena was driving me nuts. And she's been squirrely the last couple of days. I don't know what her deal is, but gotta baby her up. She gets in her moods. Especially if there's a storm coming. Of course, she knows it before everybody else. And that's when she'll come and hide under the desk. So she'll be like right there between my legs, under the desk. Up to -2. Oh, wow. You're lucky. Yeah, we're out of the minus area around here, graduates. So thank God, at least for a few days. Of course, I see into the future, though, they're claiming up to into the 40s. So maybe we are on our way to spring. I can't smell it yet in the air. So, oh, just remembered I haven't put my washing on. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, go do that. Then you can come do mine. I've got a pile that I got to take care of. It's just not one of my favorite things now that I'm older and it's hard for me to get it down 2 flights of stairs. So usually I just put it in a laundry bag and then I throw it down. Then I throw it down the other stairs. Then I drag it across the cellar. It's the only way it works. Probably cooped up with the weather causing her to go wacky. Hey, good morning, Petals. How are you? I know because I let her. I mean, if it's not below 0, I'll leave her out there, and she plays in the snow and stuff. But then she don't want to come back in the house. I get it, but I'm freezing to death. Jules is sleeping in his box. It's a rainy day after the weekend of nice weather. Oh, nice, nice. The satellite says the spring's more cold is on the way soon. No cold. Yeah, Ace, go enjoy that beautiful weather. I know. I always know, yeah, you always know when spring's coming because you can smell it in the air. I mean, I can. I don't know. It's just that smell. You can smell it. And we don't have that yet. It's still just snowing and overcast but at least it's in the 30s. I'll take it. Can't be just sitting here bitching all the time. We have to embrace what we have. At least we're, alive and breathing. So that's the bonus. Because my husband will wake up grouchy, bitching. I'll say, "You woke up this morning though, right?" "Yeah." "Well, there you go." That's the bonus. Oh, you're always welcome, Petals. It's always good to see you. And of course, naturally, we're talking about food. I got actually I got my extra light that I've been waiting to get hooked up. My father rigged it up so I could attach it to the table. So we are ready to rock and roll to start working on the ship. So that's going to be coming soon. The insanity. I'm probably overthinking it. It's probably not that bad, but we're going to find out. Definitely going to be an experience. Yeah, I'm doing all of these things. I got to find out how I'm going to put all these things. Because I didn't realize I have the miniatures to
Priority 1 message coming in on secured channel.
It was a priority message. I've got 4 of them now. And I'm thinking, okay, I mean, I could put them on the shelves, but if I keep going, holy crap. I have to sell them to get rid of them and do some, I don't know, give them to somebody's kid. The joys of having staff, aka my dad, around. Oh, yeah. Well, because I needed the extra magnifying light to do the ship because the pieces are so small. And I'm thinking, oh God, it has no attachment for the table that I have. So my dad hooked me up. Damn, Laura, sounds like you're about to get nuked sometimes. Yeah, no, actually, it was a weather report about a giant ice volcano forms in freak weather phenomenon during the bitter cold sweeping the U.S. I don't know where because I'd have to click on it to see, but yeah, it looks like a giant ice mound. Weird. I don't want to work today. Okay, type in sick. But no, they already know that you're there. You got to think ahead, Sage. I had a boss once. He go, "Oh, well, I'm sick. I came to work." I go, "Yeah, and that's why I'm sick. Because you came to work and you gave me the shit. I don't go to work sick. You don't share that with people. You're sick, stay home." He used to hate it that I'd said that, but it's too bad. What sense does it make? You got the flu and you go to work. That means then you're giving it to everybody. You're like that typing sick. That's what everybody, because nobody goes into work anymore. A lot of people work from home, so you got to type in sick. And then you had to, the coughs at the end of what you're typing. Or you used to call in, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sick." Doesn't have the same effect on the computer. So yeah, I got it. Everything is set up, ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to probably Sunday. We'll start it on Sunday if the schedule permits. Got to call a coworker back. Be right back. Okay, Sage. I embarrassed myself in a live chat last week, and to all that were there, my heartfelt apology. How did you? What did we miss? Did we missed it? You were sick on the live? They might have thought that as exciting content. Yeah, look at it. He's sick. Any news on upcoming guests? Well, actually, tonight is going to be open mic. So that is what's going on tonight. So that's going to be fun. Next week, I have Adelaide Haunted Horizon. So I'm going to have Allison and Cag on from the UK. That is going to be an earlier program. That's going to be 5 Eastern time, and I believe that's 10 UK time. So they are next week. And then I've got Dave from Ghostus at the end of the month. And I'm lining up some people for next month already. I've got a couple of people. I'm still waiting to hear back from the Bigfoot guy. He's been very busy schedule. He's been finding some really interesting stuff up in the Adirondacks. So that's why I want to get him back on and see the stuff that they found. I've seen some interesting pictures, and so pretty cool. Yeah, those 2 ladies are hilarious. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I contacted them a while back. I said, "Oh, would you want to come on?" And they, "Oh yes." And of course, then when Susan and I beat them in the wrestling ring, she says, "Well, now we can't come on because you beat us 2 old ladies up." It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. But yeah, that's going to be a good time. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. They have such great stuff, great adventures. Keg and Allie are awesome. It's going to be late night one for me. Oh yeah, because I know, yeah, it's like 10 o'clock your time, right? And I always adjust it for the UK guests because nobody wants to stay up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Not everybody, and so I always make it earlier, so it's more convenient for them. And I would love to have more people from across the pond on, but I'm picky about who I pick because I don't want to get any entertainment shows. Woo, didn't want to sneeze on the show. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm trying to reach out. I'm very picky. I was interested in one group, but then I found out that they weren't very legit. So and they are an Aussie. Yeah, see, and I'd like to have more of them on as it's there's not that many that I find in Australia. So I'm trying to spread out more. I just have to keep searching. I also set up a time in March for the paranormal engineer. I love what he's doing. I don't know if you guys have seen his stuff, but he is really just going down the scientific road, picking things apart. And I think that more of that needs to be done. He's doing a great job. I always leave my mod chat to say hi to Allison and Kag. They are amazing. They're really just they're so funny. They're really great gals. And they make it very fun, very entertaining, which is also wonderful because we all know anybody that's done any investigations, it can be boring as hell. So you gotta make it fun. Yeah, I love PE Mason is a good guy. Yeah, he's doing a good job. So I was watching some of his stuff the other night, and then he did a live, and I was in there watching, and so I want to get him on and pick his brain about and have you guys ask questions about what made him do what he's doing and how he's doing it and the correct equipment that he's using, which is, if you're going to use equipment, there is correct stuff to use. They have their live stream on Fridays here. Yep. I love Paranormal Quest. Yeah, I've got to, also I want to get in, oh God, there's a couple other ones that I'm reached out to. We just have to get our schedules in sync. That's the problem. So, and I have to make it to where it's easier and flexible for them. And then also I have Haunted Souls coming on. They're at the beginning of March. It's the father-daughter team there. They sound pretty interesting. And of course, they were involved in, the recent drama that's going on, but we're not going to discuss that. I like to discuss what they do and how they do it, not the drama that they were pulled into. Alpaca problem. Oh no. What's going on at Leanne's house? And no matter who I have on the program, I always ask them first of all, is it, what do you want to talk about? What don't you want to talk about? I do that with every guest because there's a lot of things that people don't want to discuss on a live program, and I'm respectful of that. Thank you, Finky. So yeah, if you guys have checked them out, which I'm sure everybody has. I mean, who hasn't? They're just they're a joy to watch. They crack me up. One of the funniest things I loved it is when they had the Seg there that one time, and they told me he had to walk to the airport. That was hilarious. Oh, I love it when they razz him. It's very funny. But he's easy to pick on. So that's this is, when you got somebody that's an easy mark, he's easy to pick on. So it's really funny. And they really they get him good. And of course all that stuff that's been going on, and we all feel sorry for him that he's got to deal with that shit, and anybody else that's getting sucked into it. Hopefully it's coming to an end because it's quieted down, and everybody can get back to business. But it's just, I don't know, out of hand. That's why I stay away from it. Safer to stay away from it. And of course, I'm still working on hopefully everybody's gotten a chance to check out February's issue of the magazine. Now I'm starting on March. So if you've got anything that you'd like to share, send it in to the raw paranormal email, or you can share it on the Discord, and I can get it from there. I'm pretty tired of all the drama and the shit sitters. Yeah, everybody is, Mr. Prism. It's when I'm going around, cruising around, going to go check out somebody's show, and if that's what they're discussing, I don't watch. And even though if you don't watch it, you still hear about it because it's out there. And like I said, it's not that I'm not supportive. I am supportive, but I'm supportive in the background, and because I just don't. If the minute you mention any of that shit on your program and you say it by name, then you're a target. And I just don't have the strength to deal with any of that shit right now. So, and hopefully it gets cleared up and it stops. I mean, there's always going to be drama. We already know that, but just it's best that it's taken care of behind the scenes and the people who are involved. Yeah, I'm trying as much as I can to stay out of all of that. Yeah. And everybody's saying the same thing. We just, the people like that, crave attention. Troublemakers trick Quaver. That's how they get their 5 minutes of fame. I don't. That's why I don't feed into it, and that's why I don't allow it on here or on my night show. It's not allowed. Everybody else is covering it. You want to do that shit? Go do it over there, or do it on your own channel. That's what this is not about that. Even I tell people, if you got an issue with me or something, hit me up behind the scenes. We'll correct it and take care of the problem. It doesn't need to be put out there for everybody to get involved. But the thing is, drama sells. So anybody that has been involved with this, their channels are doing phenomenal because they're covering the drama. And yeah, I want subs and views and all that other shit like everybody else, but not at the cost of my sanity. It's just not worth it. I know the drama videos do well, but I'm not here for those kind of videos. Exactly. We have to be careful who we trust online. Yeah, we do, unfortunately, because a lot of times you think someone's your friend and then you find out they're not. Unfortunately, it goes with anything online, not just YouTube, anything. Facebook, all of it, the TikTok shit, whatever all that other crap is, same thing. You come close to people, you get close to them, and I don't know. People just live on that shit. Yeah, we're already insane. Exactly. We we just don't need any more of it. I don't. I don't have the strength. Real life knocks the shit out of you as it is. And then you're going to add this on top of the pile? No, and I've had so many people message me or question me, oh, do you know this? Or do you know what's going on? I'm like, nope, I don't. I don't repeat stuff. I don't get involved with that. No. You want to find that stuff out, go to the source. Don't ask me. I mean, there's a lot of things that I do have to keep up on because I'm doing a segment in the magazine, like with the Conjuring House. So I watch certain things just to know, okay, this is the update. I'll put it in the magazine. And that's it. Sorry, I had to upload my new song. Oh, okay, Wayne. I still got to watch your other video yet. I didn't get a chance to watch it the other day. Too much crap going on. And I'm not going to watch it later when I'm downstairs because you said I have to have tissues. So I don't want to be sitting down there crying. I'll do it later. Cry later. A good thing is that the shit sitters eventually they put their sticks in something and it gets stuck. Well, it all comes around and bites you in the ass. That's the thing. And they don't get it. Some people just don't get it. Karma's a real thing. If you put it out there, it's coming back. Me neither, Mr. Prism. I like a good, honest investigation from a team I can trust. There are great teams around if you know where to look. I can highly recommend Dead Enders, a lovely UK couple. I'll have to check them out. Okay, Roger. Yeah, I'm always looking for somebody that's trustworthy and, because I don't want to introduce a team or somebody to my group, to my show, and then find out later they're full of shit because that ticks me off. So I do the research. I check out what they're doing. And I mean, sometimes they're really good and you don't find out about it because it did happen to me once. I did have people on here and then I found out later they were faking things. And I was a little pissed off about that. So needless to say, they won't be back on. Yes, we're going to have to check them out. Well, you gave me the warning, Wayne. You said that I have to have tissue, and I will probably need the tissues. So I don't want to be sitting downstairs blubbering away. I'll do it, when I'm all by myself and it's quiet because my husband will think, "What the hell are you crying for?" It's Wayne's fault. If they're full of crap, it'll take some time to get rid of the stench afterwards. Yeah, well, nothing pisses me off more is that you think you've got a credible team on your program and you're interviewing them and they're handing you this line of BS. And of course you think they're credible, so you're like, "Oh my god, really?" And then when you find out later on down the road, you know, when that's why I watch the debunkers, because that they've gone after certain channels and you're like, "Oh, okay, then I won't, get involved with them." Or, "Oh, okay." Or you go and you watch these videos, you're like, "Oh, okay." So it's a process. It really is. And then if I put somebody out here and you guys are watching it and you're like, "Oh, this, that," and then you get caught up in it. And then when you find out later on down the road, well, these people are full of shit. Why the hell did Laura have them on the show? So see, I don't want to put that out there. That's probably why I don't have large numbers as far as subs goes, because I don't get into the crap and I don't just take on anybody. I try to be very neutral. I have to be as an interviewer, but I don't have to go total. I'm just, I got to have some standards. You know what I mean? It ain't all as bad as that, Laura, although Donna did start blubbering when she heard. Oh, well, she cried. I'm going to cry. Sorry, I am lurking, but having problems at work. First call is a doozy. Oh, you take care of real life, Sage. Don't worry about it. You do what you got to do. The way that people should go about these things, I think it's good to try stuff, but if you've got to have a solid foundation, yeah. Like I said, I always encourage people, use the gadgets. Because I'm not a big advocate of the gadgets, but to be honest with you, how do we know they really don't work? We don't know, but we don't know that they really do work. See, you don't know. Hey, Susan, how's it going? So you've got to be on the fence. You've got to do the experiments, collect the data. It's just all part of the process. Because I made a comment one time. I said, how do you know if when it's our time, we pass on to the next, the next dimension of life or existence. And then we come to find out that, they were trying to communicate through those things. Boy, are we stupid. So we don't know. So you just continue the experiment. Don't let it run your investigation, but do the tests. Like I've got to get my shit together. I still want to do the white noise test with the old time radio that I have. And it's solid white noise, no station coming through. So I want to video that and just collect data and see what I come up with. I feel everyone jumped in, started spewing out tons of things people need to learn. Not everything comes out at once. Some things are hidden deep, then they come out later. Yep. Not everybody has the whole story. Not everybody has all the information. That's just the way it is. Hey, John, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. So it's important to, even though you might think it's foolish, still do the experiment, like cat balls. My cat doesn't even play with cat balls, but you know what? Put it on a stable foundation, and if that thing goes off, then something's going on there. When you've got them just sitting on the floor, it could pick up vibrations, and there's so many negative things about it. But do it differently. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? Same thing with all the rest of it. I'm not a fan with The SLS, that I just don't even, that I don't even think about it. I'm doing fine, John. How are you? But as far as everything else goes, you just gotta just keep doing the experiment. Because not for nothing, I mean, who knows? Maybe all this stuff that we're doing is all BS and we look like a bunch of idiots. It's just the way it is. But you never know. You never know. There's that one time I thought white noise on an old style TV might be interesting to test too. Yeah, it would be. It would be, Sage. Actually, I have an old black and white TV up in my attic. I should bring it down and plug it in and see what happens. But I got an old radio from my father, 9-volt, battery you use for it. It's an old Radio Shack, AM FM radio, and I turn on the AM and there's nothing but white noise. Nothing comes through, no AM stations, it's just white noise. So I said, well, this is awesome. It's an older style radio, pure white noise on the AM channels. I'm gonna do some testing and see what pops up. See, I was disappointed that the SLS isn't really reliable, but what if it does randomly catch something? I would hate to dismiss that. Exactly, exactly. Now, see, when I do the SLS, all I do is laugh because it's hilarious. And I've done it in cemeteries. You got all these stick figures, like, shaking their groove thing on all the headstones because it's trying to map out the headstones. That's what it's doing. But it's funny as hell. Hey, Cryptwalker, how you doing? But again, you don't know. So I think TV white noise would be interesting. Yeah, I think that would be too. So yeah, I might bring that down and plug it in and see what happens. Because if you're truly going to get something, it's going to come through on solid white noise. Because especially old TV is not going to pick up anything now. Just the white noise. So if something comes through, that'll be freaky. I'll take it. That'll be pretty cool. So I'll have to make a note of that. Bring down the old television and turn her on and see what happens. Even if I just leave it running and then have a digital recorder playing and see what happens, during the night. Let's see, a ghost is an object that is not really there, so you can't map that out. But if you were experimenting with it, then context matters. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because I've played around with that, the SLS, and it wasn't made for what they're using it for. And it would map out. My husband, I was actually in the bathroom when I turned it on, standing there. It mapped out my husband's robe hanging on the door. It mapped out we have a cat shaped jar in the bathroom. That's where I keep the cat food. The map that it wouldn't map out the cat, and that's a living thing, and it wouldn't map that out at all. But everything else, it was giving structure to. And then I went through the whole house and did that. And anything, it mapped out my husband, me, not the dog, but all kinds of things in a house it was giving shape to. So, I mean, there you go. Mounted on top of a TV for game console. Yeah, it was never meant to be handheld. Yeah. If you could have time and the resources, I would love to do a total meditation every day, multiplied times a day for a month. See if going to another plane could help communicate. Good idea, Steph. Good idea. Well, I think when you're peace of mind and soul, I think it does open you up for better experience. Have someone in the other room asking questions while you're in a meditative state and see if you can guide them to the person meditating. Hey, good experiment stuff. You should check that out. we have to start going in different directions. I mean, God love them. I love the investigators that we follow. Even myself, I need to start going in different, and I'm trying to go in different directions. Because we're just doing the same thing over and over. It's too repetitive. We're still getting the same results. Most of the time, it's nothing. I plan on this season to do things a little different, get different uh, equipment involved if I can, or if it's possible. Because, I do a lot of outdoor stuff, so it's hard. Contamination is hard. So if I can change it up a bit, do things a little differently to see if I get different results. I mean, I haven't done too bad with the way I do it, but it's still, I would like to have more than just like one EVP, every 6 months or. But it can't be a one-shot deal. Yeah, it has to be continuous. Just like anything else. Like I say, when you go to one location, you can't just take, okay, this is what we got, that's it, we're on to the next, and then never go back. No, you have to go back several times and keep collecting the data. And then, after so many visits, start comparing and see, what shows up at the same time, or if, same spot, or the temperature's the same, or, the surroundings the same, there's so many things, that you have to check and recheck. I got some really good, really cool info. Surprised and freaked out some in class. Really, Steph. So see, that could be Steph's channel. The Paranormal Meditator. Of course, I can't even get Steph to come on here. We will one day, though, Steph. We will one day. That's why I like, APRF, Wes and Lisa. They're doing things different. The Paranormal Engineer, doing things different. We've got to change it up. How many times, how many years is it? I mean, generations of investigators, hundreds of years of stuff. Everybody's still doing things the same way. So we've got to change it. Frequencies, work with frequencies. That's important. All of that stuff, even weather, atmosphere, all of that, it accounts for something. The SLS was, to me, a TV gimmick set up to fill dead air, and nothing was happening. Then idiots thought it was legit equipment, and we are where we are. Gullibility is the biggest enemy we face. Yeah, exactly. Because you get the majority of people out there who don't do any of this stuff. They're just followers. And, we appreciate all of our followers, but when they're watching the entertainment channels, oh yeah, did you see what they did? See what they found? Like that one boob there that Beard is always picking on. He calls him the tit there. You know what I'm talking about. That guy is something else. He's a piece of work. But he's got a huge following, and they believe everything he says. And we all know that it's total crap, but when people have their mind set on something, it's very difficult to change it unless you can prove it 100%. Yeah, the many don't balances of letting us viewers tag along as extra eyes and ears. Many too busy filming themselves talking. Yeah, see, you never see me on. Well, I don't put many videos out, but the videos I do put out, you don't see me. You know what I look like. What the hell am I got to be on there for? You don't need to see my big ass from the backside and talking about whatever's going on. You're there to see what I'm looking at. That's why I do it live, raw, no editing. You see it as I see it. And that's the way I like to do it. People can be sheep. Yeah, they are. They are, Pinky. And that's the part that's just awful. Gee, I must be getting old. My knees didn't want to get me up out of the chair this morning. I need more coffee, I told them. They groaned and finally let me up. Grace said, oh, come on. Didn't you have enough coffee already? You expect it to work? What the hell's the matter with you, Sage? Get a little bit of WD-40, start spraying them joints. Yeah, and that's the thing. Exactly. The sheep thing is the truth. It is. If somebody says something and people are fans, they're, oh no, they wouldn't lie to us. And well, no, yeah, they would. That's why they're so big. They are there to entertain. And you know what? That's fine. Because I watch a couple of them because I think they're funny. I don't believe a damn thing they say, but it's it's entertaining. I thought I heard that snap, so she's finally standing up straight. I got to be honest. Even if someone is fake, you've got to stay polite. Yep. I don't like name calling. Some people do. Exactly. So, and like, I don't use the fake label. I call them entertainment channels because that's what they're doing. They're entertaining. Okay, that's what they're doing. I was watching. Oh, what the hell's his name? Oh my god. Oh my god. Brain just shuts right off. Yeah, I need a case of WD-40. Yes, what do I? I used to watch Omar when he did the farm stuff. I enjoyed that because it cracked me up with the animals. And his facial expressions just make me die laughing. I don't watch him now because he's getting to be a little too overbearing. But the other one there, what the hell's his name? Shit. Oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember his name. Well, anyway, I watch him because it's funny. I don't believe anything he puts out there, because we all know, yeah, but he's funny. Mr. Ism, yeah, I'm that way with Amy's Crypt. I've watched her a few times. I like her and Jared, but I'm not as keen on their apps. Yeah, see, that's where if they just use it as an extra piece to put out there, it's fine. But if you're using it and that is your investigation, yeah, I don't think we should do that. I find it frustrating that the pulp culture has gone down the road of anyone that questions anything is bad or wrong. It's kind of upsetting. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, because God forbid you put your opinion in there. Boy, they come after you. It's a lynch mob. No, not Zach. God, no, not Zach. Oh, jeez. I'll think of it in a minute. My God. Brain is just not working today. Oh my God. What the hell is his name? Shit. Let's see. I watch it because he's just funny. But I know he's full of BS. But huge fan. He's big. He's big. And he's big because he entertains. And I've noticed that he's not as childish as he used to be when I first started watching. Because when I first seen him, I'm thinking, oh God, I can't watch this person. He's just too childish. But I've seen him actually mature as the older he gets. And he's still it's just entertaining. And it fills in a boring part of the day. And you think I could find what the hell the name of him? Oh my God, I can't believe I can't remember his name. Mo Sargi, there it is. It just popped into my head. You all know who he is. But it's entertaining. And I like it because he does more family stuff now and he's got the kids there and this and that. So it's fun to watch that stuff. The kids are cute, but As far as now, he has property and he's saying, "Oh, I've got Bigfoot on my property, and I know I got Wendigos on my property." Well, it's amazing you bought this property and you got all this stuff on there, and I just die laughing. I don't mind ghost hunters that do it for entertainment because it can be very entertaining as long as they stay respectful. Yeah. Knew it. Did you say I didn't see that? If you did, I was busy looking on my phone trying to remember what the hell his name was. Excuse me. But yeah, it's it is what it is. Omo, he is hilarious. Yeah, so that's the only reason. And like I said, he just got this property, and he's like I said, he's in, and all of a sudden, oh, it was big. Now what was it? Yesterday, day before. He's out on the property walking through the woods with his buddy, and they're finding these giant footprints. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's Bigfoot. Here we go. So I even downloaded Mo's app back then. Yeah, see, when I first seen him, I think he was with Omar. I couldn't stand him. I'm thinking, oh my God, this guy is so childish. But he's very adventurous. So he draws the younger crowd in because he did crazy stuff. And the kids love it. So that's why he's as big as he is. And now he's getting more towards the family-oriented group. So because he brings the wife and the kids on, and like I said, they're cute. The kids are cute, and he's still keeping it entertaining. And so yeah, I wouldn't call him a legit investigator. He's an entertainer, and he's doing his job. Good morning, Sandra. How are you? You've been a lurking. So much to do, not enough time in a day. Oh, I know. And you're guilty like the rest of us. We all try to cram it in all in one day. I found myself, the older I get, the less I try to do that. I just say, okay, I'm going to work on this. And whatever I don't finish, just have to happen tomorrow. When I was younger, I had to get it all done in one day. And of course, I was able to back then. I was a mod for him on TikTok before the food stuff started. Oh, wait. I missed what she said. You were a mod for who's, Pinky? Absolutely, Laura. Yeah, it's just entertainment. And that's what you take it for. Like CJ and Sunny needs pure entertainment. Yeah, that's what it is. And if you go in with that mindset, then that's it's okay. Reaches the target audience analytics. Yeah, that's what it is. Because he does phenomenal. I mean, as his full-time job, that's what he does. It brings in, good money. And I'm sure if I went running around and, in abandoned places and jumped through holes and jump off the roofs and, and did all this crazy stuff, I would attract that younger audience as well. But I'm too busted up for that. Oh, Kalani Ghost Hunter. Okay. Getting a burn out also helps to stop doing everything in one day. Yeah. You're right. It does. But I used to do that. Like if I would start a project, I had to finish it that day, which used to annoy my husband. I said, nope, we got to get it done today. Like once when we bought this house, in our kitchen, I have the old cupboards, the big old cupboards, which I love. He goes, oh, well, we should update it and put new cupboards in. I said, okay, if you're going to rip this whole kitchen apart, can you guarantee this is going to be done in one weekend? I said, because I'm not living in a construction zone for weeks. Well, no, I can't guarantee that. Well, then guess what? You're not doing it. I can't live in that kind of chaos. If I was ever to have my house remodeled on the inside by professionals, I'd have to go and live somewhere else until it was done. Because I couldn't live with the mess. It would just drive me insane. Certain mics are more sensitive than our ears. Got a couple of those at home. They have a wide variety of uses, and I still want to see a ghost hunter with sound camera. I wish more of them would use body cams. like we use the entertainment channels, it's always just that one view you're seeing. Where I've actually questioned, like Joe Vitale and all of them, why aren't you guys putting body cams on your back? So that when you're walking, because I don't do a lot of residential, but if I did, I would do that. But have a camera on my back. So no matter which angle I'm turned in, you've got a view of everything that's going on around me. So you have a better potential of catching something than if you just had one camera facing in one direction. Even though they might have separate cameras set up in each room, it's still, you're the one walking around. So when you're moving around, you've got the back view and the front view. In the woods, something chasing me. I'd be done. Too old to run. Oh, believe me, Michelle, if the need comes, I guarantee you'd find a way to run. What if I ran around filming myself licking things and haunted locations? I wonder if they would get used. Yes, it would, Steph. Because if there's something out there that's weird, there's a group that follows it. That is definite. I make things to do lists and what I don't get done. Okay. Today is okay. At least I finished my list someday. Yeah, that's right. You just make up the list and you check it off one at a time. Hi, Roger. No, Sean is lucky tonight. We have a members only tonight, and Sean is hosting the night with me on the background. And Mandy joins us in tonight. It's about serial killers. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, what time is that on, Sandra? Because I go on at 7 tonight. You guys are always on earlier. Because I don't want to miss it. Hope they update the 360 view. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You need all of that. I'm on it then. Yeah, there you go. I would use a 360 camera if I were part of the team. Yeah, see, these are things that's another thing. That's just expensive. So when you can't afford something like that, you get a little body cam, you just strap it on your back. Most of us can afford those. You get the generic GoPros. They work just as well as the name brand. At least you've got something, It's just, yeah, we just need to change it up a little bit. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. Busy with some shadow work. Shadow work? What's going on over there, Mr. Prism? I know we've got all caught up in this, guys, and it is at the 2-hour mark. I've got to get going. I've got to go down and take care of Mom so Dad can go shopping. And I'm going to get yelled at pretty quick on the phone if I'm not down there. So don't want to get my ass chewed out by Dad. So, guys, don't forget, tonight Sandra's on. It's a members only. So if you're a member, if you're not, become one. So we could check out that interview. Thanks to my mods for posting everybody's links. Go check out all of that stuff, guys. Everybody's got some great stuff out there. And please remember to hit the like, share, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm hoping to hit 1,000 at some point this year. And I'll take them one at a time if I have to. And as always, guys, you are the best. I always love our morning chats. I am on tonight with open mic tonight. It's going to be at 7 Eastern Standard. So hopefully everybody will show up to come hang out, chat, and enjoy a quiet evening. It's 3 p.m. your time. A stupid thing popped up as I was reading it. See you later. Okay, Dolly. But until then, guys, you have a great day. As always, you guys are the best. Until later tonight, see you then.